Hello there, welcome back to the Ogre, the Ogre, the Ogre, the Ogre. What does the Ogre do? The Ogre reviews, reacts and reminisces. Is that what I do? I think that's what I do. Anyway, today we're going to do one where the paint's still dry on it, really. I heard this day before yesterday and went, oh yes, yes, we like this, don't we? And like it we do. And so, let's listen to it, see why. So noisy buggers, aren't they? The thing that attracted me most about this album, but particularly this song, at times the riffs remind me of a black metal version of "Hear Nothing, See Nothing, Say Nothing" by Discharge, and that can only be a compliment, really. There's just that sort of rain of riffs that very simple. Yeah, very effective, and this is I'd say straightforward black metal. It's certainly not conventional black metal or typical black metal. There are elements to it that emphasise and just make it, despite its sort of the fact it's an onslaught, make it sound fresh to ears that might think they've heard it all before. very much an echo in here, and the sometimes that as a technique in this sort of music can be quite off-putting. You have to get it right, and this lot have, without a doubt. It gives it that sort of cavernous nature, whilst at the same time there's an adeptness at making it still sound claustrophobic. I think I've mentioned this sort of thing before, where you have the feeling that you're in a vast space, but darkness means that you feel like everything's closing in on you, and a similar effect here, to my mind, anyway. And again, this sort of thing is always subjective. It might just be me. As is usually the case, especially with this being a relatively new discovery for me, I can never remember when it's thick and fast and when it slows down. And when I'm doing these reviews, I always think, I hope it is as I remember it, because I might look a bit foolish making one claim or another, only to be contradicted by what follows. But I do seem to have a fairly strong recollection that this, whenever there's a slower part, it kicks off again fairly quick, which is what I like. The good thing about the faster bits as they are, upon listening and giving it your attention, almost due to repetition, I suppose, sort of send you towards a reverie, and I can quite happily drift away on this, and have done. When I've listened to it, was it last night, night before? Can't remember. Anyway, on headphones in the dark, and quite happily drifted away to this and its album mates, which is a good thing. I mean, this is a curious thing, isn't it, about music which, on face value, should be shaking you to the roots. It is a surprise to many, I suppose, outside of these genres, that you can actually relax to it and as I say, drift away into the clouds, riding the eddies of these sort of songs. Well, said reverie is being shaken a bit now, but this song is well over 10 minutes long, and I haven't hard about whether doing this over one of the shorter songs, because most of them are about 5 or 6 minutes long. But I picked the song I like the most, and the thing is, I picked it because of the mood it puts me in, and I suppose from a review point of view, because you know, when music like this is based on a lot of repetition, as a listener you might want to sort of get the flavour of it and then bugger off somewhere else and do something more productive. But for me, if I'm doing this, I need to do the music that impacts me the most, and so that's why I pick songs that aren't necessarily listener friendly, insofar as the length of time and the features within, because this is quite a linear ride, but what a ride it is, although we are, as I say, just coming into something a little bit, maybe a little bit nastier sounding, so it's certainly something that's not going to allow you to transit. There's something very primal and organic about this song. It's there's no finesse to it. It's like, they've used rocks and tree trunks and fire to make this music, and little of anything else really. And there is an earthiness to it, and it's sort of I said organic, and I mean that in a way that the way it develops and grows and sort of, is that what I mean? Probably going to go down a track here that I end up not agreeing with myself over, but it just very much feels very natural, and there's no contrivance to it. It's honest. Let's say that's right. I think that's probably what I'm trying to get around to. It's a very honest sound. This is, and I like it even more because of it. So there you go. I should have mentioned when I was talking about the organic and sort of natural sound of this music, the vocals, because they do sound like someone's upset the beasts of the woods and they're making themselves known. So yeah, a song from an album which, I mean, that song itself is, excuse me, is probably more hypnotic of the lot, but they're all the same, hewn from the same stone, and yes, a recent find which I'm very glad I did. I'm sure you would do. You would too, if you seek to follow the path I've walked upon and discover this band more. Anyway, clicky bollocks, catch you all next time. Cheerio.